We've got 9 Pro 2s coming out trackside. 900 plus horsepower, 2-wheel drive, full-size trucks. 18 inches of travel in the front, 20 in the rear. There's nothing like the sound of American cubic inches. And there's a lot of them coming out trackside.
American muscle, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, as they may come out onto the track and to make that right-hand turn, here's our lineup. On the front row, inside, on the pole, number 22, Mason McCarthy. Outside of him, row 1, the 44 of Mickey Thomas. Row 2 inside, the 37. His little brother just cleaned the clock in Pro Light. Can he do it in Pro 2? It's R.J. Anderson. And in a brand new, beautiful blue number 65, the eBay Motors entry of Dave Mason Jr. Row 3 inside, the 10 of Dylan Cochran. Outside of Dylan, the number 67 of Eric Jacobus. Row 4 inside, out of Las Vegas, Nevada, the number 70 of Adam Daffner. He was quick this afternoon in practice and qualifying. Can he stand up now in the race? The 94 of Kip Michaels. And rounding out the field, the number 72 of Jeff Shelton. Ooh. There's no Jeff Shelton. Nope. As I go through the lineup and now look at the track, it appears that Jeff Shelton will not make the call in number 72. So we have 8 Pro 2s in the track. Should be going green this time by. Keep your eye on that pace truck. And then our flag man. Pace truck off the track. We're going green. Here we go, Glen Helen. Green is coming out.
Green, green, green.
And just like that, Mickey Thomas strips way to the outside, pulling the whole shot. It's Mason McCarthy.
Brand new truck there for Mickey Thomas there. Custom off-road design, just putting that thing together. R.J. Anderson breaking out the old Pro 2 with a brand new Croyer build on the motor.
Kevin's here, by the way, as well. And also, should be mentioned, they sporting brand new colors with a big sponsor on that door.
NOS Energy. But how about McCarthy, man? I gotta say, that's pretty impressive. Let's see if he can hold up the pressure of the likes of RJ.
Man, that's cool. He's already got one of those beautiful trophies on the side of his door.
Yeah.
That tire donut.
Yeah.
Man, that didn't take long.
That was a souvenir. That's going to be a garage hanger when he's done. The folks watching at home, watching that beautiful drone footage here as we watch our leaders. Dave Mason Jr. out there in the eBay Motorsports. Max is just coming on board from him, making the switch. Dylan Cochran in the off-road warehouse machine there, and then the JE Racing, Eric Jacobus, followed by our good friend Adam Daffner, Kip Michaels. So Jeff Shelton not able to make the call. That's a bummer. That is a perfect tire donut on their store, you're right. It's like they drew it there. Oh no!
Oh, I was just going to say I'm actually stuttering.
Oh, wait a minute. Whoa.
Red flag is out.
Red flag.
Oh, we got a fire over there in the final, inside the final turn.
Kip Michaels. Didn't even see that.
That did not take long at all. He's out of the truck.
That's a bummer. I thought something was wrong with RJ until we looked over and saw the red flag.
I was just about to say I'm actually studying RJ's last lap or so, and it just appears that he's definitely not at full throttle. It doesn't seem like it at all, and right now he's biding his time. And before I even got the thought out,
the track's a little wet. Just got to get it to burn in a little bit. Tires are starting to get heated up, and then, man, we're ready to go. So the word is we're going yellow. We're going to bring the truck start to circulate around. See, all these drivers, they also have a in-car light system. We have lights all around the track that show that it's either, green, yellow, or red.
At pertinent, considered dangerous locations where, for whatever reason, if you can't hear the spotter, do they have the little
light
the B?
Truck.
Do they have the little B transistor yet?
Yep.
Okay, so that's a listen-only radio. So track officials,
it's a race control.
Race control could talk to the drivers. Drivers can't talk back to them. It's a one-way radio. So basically,
they learned their lesson.
You have to listen to race control. You can't talk back, but you got to do what they say. So you got that radio. Then you got your normal transponder. Your normal radio talk with your spotter. And then, like you said, there's lights at various locations all around the racetrack.
As well as in the truck.
Yeah. And that's going to lead into that one where if the light goes on, say in turn 2 of flashing yellow comes down inside the truck.
Yep.
So that kind of shuts things down for just a moment.
Yeah, it looks like they got it all out there. Kip's out of the truck. Everything's all good.
Yeah, that was some ugly looking smoke too, and it wasn't like a transmission fire or tranny fluid or anything like that. It was something electrical.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. Well, let's just say it won't be cheap. Every time I see smoke coming out of one of those vehicles, that just cost you 10 grand or more. So we're going to bring them around one more time here. Loving the footage for the folks at home there as they rotate around RJ's truck, then up to McCarthy's truck. Down the front straightaway. Over the arch. I want to see the guy thread the needle through the arch.
Just did. You looked up at the track and he just did it.
He went through the trusses itself. I thought he went under or over. I mean, I'll be damned. That's impressive.
It's really interesting. I'm trying to remember there's any other form of motorsports that has the competition yellow, even though that's not what this is right now. But I remember when it first came out, and
it was
kind of an experiment. And man, everybody was just up in arms, and there was quite often if a driver or a truck found that right setup, whether it was tire grooving or shock setup or whatever, it was a runaway.
Oh, yeah.
It was a runaway, and outside of the fact that I love this sport, it could have been a very, very boring race.
Yeah,
and sometimes was.
Yeah, that's what you don't want. You want to watch action.
Yeah, and then Jim Baldwin had this crazy idea one time in a staff meeting, and everyone, but maybe one or two people were like, no, that ruined everything, and da-da-da-da. And damn if we didn't do it the first weekend, and holy crap, it works.
Well, you know what? It bunches it back up. It makes for great TV. And, when it comes down to it, racing will always be racing, but this is also the entertainment business.
It added so much strategy. Yeah. The tire manufacturers got into it. Okay, we could do this, and this.
With the tire grooving, the way they do things, and the way the compounds are set up and running through the different type of dirt. There's so much strategy that goes into it, that with the gearing, how much the slip and then on the, you know, the converters and everything. Versus the old days when they were actually using a clutch and shifting in the pro classes.
Boy, I don't remember that. Well, I shouldn't say that. It was technology at the time that the guys that had the good sponsors, the big money, could do that, and now it's non-existent. I don't mean the sponsors, the money. I mean the clutch.
Well, and then of course with the technology of Pro 4s that came out with the clutched and the geared, you know, front ends that would disengage of letting, you know, the throttle up and allow the truck to rotate and to re-engage.
There was more times. I just happened to be up in Crandon one time, way long time ago, when the Flannerys were still racing, and Chevy supported that team full boat. Full boat.
Team Chevy.
And they were testing the new Pro 4, and they had more pulleys and strings and monitors hooked up to this truck on so much other. He would do like 2 laps, come in, and engineers and laptops, would be all over this thing. And it got to a point where he was starting to get upset that he couldn't even drive the truck because he couldn't see, because everything was encased in smaller plastic boxes, and they were stacked up and bolted down everywhere.
Here we are, green, green, green. McCarthy, Anderson, Thomas, Mason, Cochran, Jacobus, Daffner.
RJ taking a peek to the inside on turn 2, nothing there. McCarthy able to keep that door closed. Man, is he keeping that truck to the inside. Both those front tires, the left front and the right front, whatever turn he's got that thing riding that inside berm. The only problem I see him having is like we saw in Pro Light, where he's pitching that thing sideways so far through the turns that he's going to over-rotate and collect.
Oh, that was almost a
right there. That's what we're talking about.
Oh, McCarthy got a little bit out of shape there. Here comes Anderson to the inside. Ooh, he just really tried to pinch off Anderson there. Smart drive.
RJ's just checking up so hard in the corners. It almost seems like McCarthy's truck and the weight transfer is just a little bit too much. He's running a little bit too soft.
Like there.
And he's a little loose coming out of the corners upon exit.
And I think that has to do with the softer suspension, you're right. Oh, look at this, out of shape there. Here comes Anderson, jumps up. Oh, McCarthy, oh! Tries to go back under, a little tap there. And Thomas gets a 2-for-1 there. He sneaks in. Now Dave Mason Jr. back there on the eBay Motors Maxxis machine, looking to make a move too. He smells blood in the dirt.
Well, I think Mason's got to be a little bit careful right now because the aggressiveness of McCarthy's probably been amped up quite a bit.
Because he just got passed.
Yeah, there's not one driver whose ego will allow not to be passed once but twice and not get upset and overdrive. But McCarthy seems to be doing it right.
Well, watching this kid over the last couple of years, he's really gained some skills. It's great to watch these drivers progress, see them come to the level that they're at now.
Trophy card?
Trophy card?
Trophy card?
Oh, wait a minute. No,
trophy card.
Thomas wasn't a trophy card.
Was he?
No, he went straight to Pro Light. Everyone else has.
Mason, Mason.
Yeah. Junior was. Dylan Cochran, of course, working for Greg Adler. The Thomas family, great family for sure. The kid's like, I don't know, he's like engineering, smart kid.
Now, I never even paid attention, so you're going to help me out with this one. Is there a tire rule in Pro 2?
DOTs.
Is it DOTs?
Yep.
As the competition yellow comes out, this will give second on back a second chance.
And that's been really great for the manufacturers.
Oh, yeah.
To really, you know, show this is the tire they're racing on. You can actually go buy.
And I know this being the first year that there's a lot of tire companies doing a wait and see kind of thing, because that's exactly what happened in the Midwest. This being only the second year of that series, there's already 5 tire companies on board behind the series, and then 2 other tire companies that are behind teams. So, I mean, that's just been the heyday right now. There hasn't been tire competition like that from a marketing standpoint, testing, racing standpoint in a long, long time.
Yeah, it's great to see it come back like that. I know, of course, RJ with a long relationship with, you know, BF Goodrich, and then I think Mickey's still on the Maxxis. I'm not sure what McCarthy's running. I know Mason just went to Maxxis. I know Mystic Lube's been with Mickey for a while. And of course, South Point, you know, the Gone family with the Andersons. Nas, a new addition. Good to see eBay Motors come back into the sport. Remember they had a brief time with Kerry Hart and the Hart Huntington team.
Pace truck's off the track. We're going green right now! And how about that? RJ held him until the very last second and almost lost the lead at the line, because you can't pass the truck in front of you until you cross the flag stand.
That's right.
And he almost lost it by holding these guys so long.
He was doing a little psychological warfare out there. I thought McCarthy was going to get up to Thomas there, but Thomas, you know, really held his way through.
Wow, look at Thomas pitching that truck. Is that Kyle LeDuc out there running, or is it?
Is he backing it in?
Yeah, or is it Thomas? It's hard to tell, but man, he is. A lot of these turns, they come off the jump sideways and land and set up for the corner.
Well, and that's the new thing, is you can see how low that truck sits. They're able to do that now. They don't have the big 18-inch travel.
Yeah.
It's 12 to 13 now. That's it. That's been the new one. I think Kyle LeDuc's actually the one who first started doing that. Had that lower truck where the suspension really kind of drops out a little bit. Kind of like the old stadium trucks.
Huh.
Old Mickey Thompson back in the day. You actually see like RJ's truck sits a little higher in the front. Mickey's. Look at the front, the gap. But RJ's truck works great. Oh,
Right
Mickey.
there. Do you see how
that?
Thomas? He's been doing that every single lap.
He literally just pitches that thing sideways through the air.
Now keep in mind, these are DOT tires. That's what blows my mind. Basically, they could be the same one that's on your truck or mine sitting out there in the parking lot.
You know, with the new, you know, fibers and Kevlar and all that weaved into some of the sidewalls of these tires. That's a lot of pressure.
Got to keep an eye on Mickey Thomas's body hangers right behind those rear tires that are just flopping around. They're just aluminum sheeting. They're cut out to be body hangers, and they could be on the verge of falling off, it appears. And then I'm not sure if we call a yellow flag for that, for debris like that on the course, or just
like a Robbie Gordon NASCAR.
Yeah.
Did I just say that? Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Oh, look at this, Thomas.
He's making he knows there's only a few laps remaining. Time is running out. Little more than 2 laps remaining, and Thomas has got it figured out. This is what he has to do right now. Not just make a run at the leader, but to pressure him. Right there, he was able to get on the gas a little bit sooner than RJ. Set him out, inside exit. Goes a little bit too wide through the turn. Not able to pull it off right there. 2 laps remaining this time by.
There we go, Thomas. Oh, didn't kick it that side.
I think he found out that he might be faster driving through the corners like RJ's been doing as compared to just hucking it sideways and hanging on like Steve Kinzer in a sprint car.
Scrubbing that speed.
And you know RJ is racing with his spotter right now. If the spotter's telling him that Thomas is 2 truck lengths back, he knows how he can turn that truck differently in corners. He doesn't have to protect the inside line.
Right. He can hit that more preferred line instead of protection.
So right now he knows that he's got a 2 truck length gap. He doesn't have to run the inside. He can run it right down through the middle of the turn. And there's nothing Mickey can do about it. As the white flag should be coming out this time around. Now watch this corner. He's got a 5 truck length gap. He might throw a little bit more sideways. No, drives it through.
I think it was a hanger or fiberglass just came off.
There's the white flag. Yellow's not going to be coming out now. And Thomas guaranteed, yeah, he's hanging it out right now.
He was 3-wheeling around like a late model.
RJ Anderson definitely now running that protected line.
Ooh,
keeping it tight to the inside. If he's going to make a move, it's going to be on this turn right here. Thomas is right there, 1 truck length. The outside entrance, inside exit, he's got to do it really tight. Not able to do it.
Oh, look at this. McCarthy over rotates. Mason goes into 3rd. Here comes the checkered flag. Anderson, final turn.
1 turn remaining. Here comes RJ Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
And he's going to hang on, even with the drag race on the front stretch. RJ Anderson takes the win. Thomas in 2nd, but back to 3rd. Mason's going to hang on for 3rd, making the pass for position on the last lap.
Man, oh man, was that crazy.
That, man, when you talk about a young kid, you don't think about somebody that's that knowledgeable, that smart, that savvy on a track. And RJ Anderson is probably, he should be a 35, 40-year-old driver in knowledge and skill and experience, but he's still in his 20s.
Well, he came out of the womb with his steering wheel in his hands.
Yeah. That was one of the smartest drives I've seen.
Yeah.
Not just in a long time, but probably ever, because you could tell that he was listening to his spotter. Spotter was saying 2 truck lengths, 3 truck lengths, 1 truck length or less, and that's how he was driving those corners, keeping it tight if the guy was right behind him, or letting it go drift out to the middle if he was like 2-3 car lengths in front. And that is a cool thing to watch.
Well, yeah, he didn't have to hug the corner a few times and everything, so it was kind of crazy. Well, I'm going to head down and talk to these guys.
One final time, we'll send Hollywood Dave down to the podium. Huh? No. So our finishing order was Eric Jacobus in that 7th spot, Adam Daffner 6th, Dylan Cochran 5th, Mason McCarthy in that 4th spot. Dave Mason Jr. made the pass in the last lap, moving to that final podium spot. Mickey Thomas, a valiant effort, man, turn after turn, going after our leader at the time. Not able to make it work, but then coming out on the end, RJ Anderson with the win and one of the smartest drives in recent history, as he, again, ends up on the podium just like his brother in Pro Light with a brand new sponsor on his door. Congratulations to RJ Anderson. Let's turn it on to Dave down at the podium with our top 3 finishers in Pro 2. Dave?
Well, an awesome day of racing. Way to finish it off here with this awesome Pro 2 podium. You gotta say the Great American Short Course Series, powered by Optima batteries, absolutely does not disappoint. Man, I've seen some big smiles out of these drivers. Well, these drivers are just first place getting out here. RJ Anderson again, and how about Mickey Thomas? Great to see him out here also. All right, let's go ahead and get RJ, Mickey, and Dave up here. There's some chocolate milk calling RJ. Drink me.
Jennifer? What a show.
Well, here they are. Let's give it up for Dave Mason Jr., Mickey Thomas, and R.J. Anderson standing on top of the box there. Talk about an awesome show. And, man, talk about last minute, get that pass to get the podium. It was a struggle. I mean, all these guys were fighting out there, and you guys are all so equal. But the white flag's out. You're in fourth place. What's going through your mind?
Like you said, nothing like the last minute. We were running hard, you know, it was just really intense. Everybody up there in the front was just pushing hard. So I was trying to take my time, make sure I didn't make a big mistake. And I was able to get them right on the last turn, or the last lap of the event. So I'm just so grateful. You know, I just want to say, you know, thank you to the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He's number one. And then from there, it's just all my amazing sponsors and my team. So eBay Motors is behind me, have been for 2 years now, and I'm just so grateful for that. We're very proud to bring on Maxxis tires at this event, and we've got 2 of the 3 spots covered. We're hopefully get the top one tomorrow, and it's just a great thing to be up here.
Well, awesome. Great to have you back, Mason. I love it. Dave Mason Jr., third place. I'm going to move on over here. Great to see him and watched him move up to the ranks, and I'll tell you, this new truck, wow, that thing looks like it's handled. Mickey Thomas, what an incredible race. Just watch, once you guys got past, you know, McCarthy, watching you and RJ just go at it was just awesome. We were making comments going, man, do you think he's Kyle LeDuc over there backing that thing in? That truck, we just pitched it sideways.
Yeah, that thing just needs to be driven hard like that, and it's so much fun. Hats off to Custom Off-Road Design. We literally started that truck like 2 days ago, and it just finished its first race, no problem. Super stoked with how it's performing so far, and yeah, good time. You know, got to thank sponsors, Mystic Lubricants, Stovall, Maxxis Tires, Walker Evans Racing, and hopefully we might be out here tomorrow again, turn some more laps with RJ.
Well, I hope so. We all hope so. You guys put on one heck of a show, and you know, hopefully we'll see you back here again too. Great to see you back on the West Coast, Mickey. Well, he blew the dust off this Pro 2, brought it on out, and put it on top of the box. RJ, $250 from K&N there. Got to be loving that. But, man, that thing just looks like it's an animal still.
Yeah, it's a Pro 2 is still fun to drive. I'm hearing Mickey talk about his new truck. I'm like, you lucky guy. That thing's 11 years old over there. So we treat her nice, though, you know. So I couldn't let Mickey go fast qualifier. win the race. Sorry, Chad. I just couldn't do it. But I know those guys work hard. So that was an awesome battle. But I hats off to Mason. I met him on the starting line over there. I had no idea who he was, and he ran awesome, really hard those first few laps. He made a couple mistakes, and I was like, I got to pass him clean. You know, he was running really good, and so I was pumped to see him up there in the Pro 2 field, and that's what it's about, getting new people in this class. So I couldn't let my brother take all the credit today. I might rock, paper, scissors him and let him race it tomorrow, so we'll see. But hats off to my whole team for getting us here. We've had a wild week, to say the least, but NOS Energy Drink for coming on board, South Point, Polaris Razor, BF Goodrich Tires, Highlifter Rigid, K&N, Walker Evans Racing, the list goes on. Thank you guys, and thank you, Lee. The track was awesome. We had a blast. Pumped to be here.
There he is. Give it up for RJ Anderson, everybody. An incredible show. But again, Dave Mason Jr., Mickey Thomas, and RJ Anderson standing tall to cap off round number 3 here, the Great American Short Course Series, powered by Optima Batteries. I want to thank everybody that's tuned in on our Facebook pages, our YouTube pages, all the fans that showed up here today. For myself, Dave Arnold, Scott Rain, and the entire crew from Great American Short Course, we'll see you tomorrow on the dirt.